Hi, I'm David,
And I'm Gail.
and we're here in the Matsue train station, JR train station, and we're about to head off on another type of train, actually, a Japanese train that we haven't covered so far. We're just about to board the brand new JR West Yakumo Limited Express train, and we're booked into their very spiffy new green car seats. Our journey will take us right across Honshu from the Sanyo region, which roughly translates as the shady side of the mountain, to Okayama in the Sanyo region, or the sunny side of the mountains. In Okayama, we'll visit the beautiful Korakuen Garden before heading off the next day to nearby Kurashiki in its scenic Bakan Historical District. Behind us, we're actually in the train station right now. We're a little bit early, but behind us we have a typical sort of shop that we have here.
Yeah. In fact, there's usually multiple shops within these train stations,
Yeah.
and they have all sorts of lovely box things so people can buy gifts for people back home or for workmates, as is the tradition.
That's for sure.
And every city or region has a specialty. So
Yeah.
here in Matsue, it's a confection that is covered with kind of dust of matcha tea, and it's a lovely green color, and it's oblong, filled with kind of a gel kind
Yeah.
of material, jelly, almost like a Turkish delight, but a little bit softer.
That's
It's
right.
quite yummy and quite sweet.
That's right, yeah. And there's also other specialties that some of these shops have. This one behind us, for example, has a specialty ekiban. They do have a specialty ekiban that are geared towards children. They also have other sort of little train-related, basically gifts that you could buy there as well. And it's quite charming, actually, really.
I like this element of the Japanese culture, and I would like to see it adopted in Canada.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun.
Via
really,
rail,
yeah.
hear me out.
Yeah. So in the meantime, we're just gonna take a look at what's available in the shop behind us here while we're waiting for basically our train to arrive.
Okay, stay tuned.
See ya. You need to purchase 2 tickets to board the Yakumo. The top one is your fare ticket, and the bottom one is your reserved seat ticket, which shows you which car you're in, as well as the seat number.
The sleek new Yakumo train just went into service in 2024. The cloud logo and motif that you see here refers to the translation of Yakumo as springing clouds. The warm color scheme in our green class car is meant to evoke the roofs of the area's historical homes, the flames of local celebrations, and sunsets over the Sea of Japan. In the green class, there are single seat rows as well as double seat rows. There's the usual airplane style tray. A translucent blind can be lowered, although the mountain scenery is pretty spectacular. The chairs are very comfortable and recline quite a bit. Each seat has a bottle holder, and there's a storage area on the seat back. The green class has carpeted floors as well as footrests. I like how the pattern of the chair fabric is repeated on the carpet. Between the seats are electrical outlets. As well as overhead luggage storage, there's additional storage at the back of the car.
Although the Yakumo runs on regular rail lines, the cars are designed to tilt into the tight mountainous corners, allows it to maintain a speed of up to 120 kilometers an hour. Also in the green car are these very unique semi-compartment seats. The designer's springing clouds motif can be pretty clearly seen in this area, and the seat cushions can be pulled out so that the space resembles a tatami mat room. At the end of the car is the washroom area. Off to one side we have a sink area, which is quite nicely laid out. And across the aisle from that is a unisex washroom. It has a fairly straightforward washroom, fairly compact in size, but it has everything you need, I guess. Now across the aisle from that is the very unique men's washroom. There's no lock or any indication that there's somebody occupying this space. What you do is you just look in through the window and see who's standing there at the urinal. The remaining 3 cars on the train are called ordinary cars. They have the ordinary style seating, which looks still pretty comfortable. They're 2x2 arrangements. This is also where you'll find wheelchair seating, the accessible washroom, and this very interesting free space. So we're getting near the end of our trip on the Yakumo train.
Sure,
And,
3 hours goes pretty fast.
It does, yeah. I've been having some wonderful scenery around here. You're really going through mountain territory, little small villages, lots of streams and rivers that you're passing by.
And you know, I found that because it's kind of rocky, it's not so smooth like a bullet train. Me being prone to train sickness, I've had to just keep my eyes closed, and so I've missed all that. But I've been very comfortable.
That's right. And you may have noticed, for example, that even this video has been jiggling a bit in the process, and I've certainly been having trouble taking photographs or videos during the trip because it's been so jiggly.
But you know, there's a lot of leg room, and it's the seats are very comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, you have to decide for yourself whether green class is worth the extra money compared to ordinary class. I did take a look at the ordinary class, and it's it's fairly just a little bit more tight. I'm sure it's just as comfortable as this class, but just that little bit of difference, in comfort, I think, in terms of the 2 classes. So something to take into consideration.
So it's really the way everything is laid out, because there are no amenities. We didn't get food or anything for this class.
There's no cafe car or anything on this train at all. It's just you get your seat and that's pretty much it. You bring on your food, your ekiben or bento boxes at the train station if you want food.
But I'm not complaining. I found it quite comfortable.
Very nice train. Nicely pointed. I really like this upholstery. Got big armrests here beside us. Really enjoyable. So anyways, I think that's it. We'll leave it for now and look forward to our next train adventure. We got more than a few coming up in Japan.
And they're all different.
That's right.
Welcome to the Okayama Korakuen Gardens, touted as among the best gardens in all of Japan. I'm standing outside of the original vision for the gardens, which hasn't really changed all that much. It's still very much like it was when it was first originated in 1687 and actually opened in 1700. The gardens have had little change over time. Mostly there had been a very serious flood in 1934, and then the gardens had been bombed during World War II. They were restored after the war, and they are much as we see them today. It's a beautiful fall day, late October in Okayama, and please join me.
So the next day we're taking a day trip to Kurashiki, which is quite an interesting little town. We'll be showing you in a moment. Yeah, this is a quick commuter train that runs from Okayama Station to Kurashiki Station, and will take about 20 minutes for us to get there.
Welcome to Kurashiki, not far from Okayama, where David and I had spent a night, and now we're going to be spending the day here. This is a wonderful historic place. It was always a commercial hub going back to the 17th century, where rice was collected for further distribution, but also while it was being collected, it was being taxed. So all sorts of warehouses were built along canals, which helped distribute the rice ultimately. And these warehouses, white with black tiling, still exist today, and they have now become a center for shopping and for museums. This is also a arts center. So for example, there is earthenware, there is glassware, there is a local denim production using local indigo. So these are the kinds of shops that people are visiting today, and just soaking up the atmosphere of a middle-aged kind of city that is just a delight. Konnichiwa.
So we hope you enjoyed this little adventure on the train and in Okayama and Kurashiki. If you did, we'd certainly appreciate your thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'd certainly like to hear your comments.